If your boyfriend is not spending money on you, he's just saving money to marry you. Be patient. Men are good people. For all the women out there. What?
Is a man less of a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
Oh, now you can't speak English.
Follow Masculine Craze for more relationship advice and tips.
I'm a very romantic person. I love to be in love when I can, and I sincerely believe in the hope there's someone out there for everybody. And the more I date, the more I realize that my person at birth or something, I don't know.
For me, I think marriage, I'm gonna speak on my part. Marriage is finding your person. That one person who out of everybody in the world, no matter if someone's prettier, more handsome, more money, better, it doesn't matter. Who you are, what you like to do, and they're willing to compromise and also teach you and learn from you. You know what I'm saying? It's having your real partner, your teammate. I thank God I found mine, because boy, it's real out here in these streets.
I love when women reject me, or when women don't really know what I got going on, and when they finally see me again, and I'm shining, and I'm up, and I'm looking good, and all these women on me. Oh, like now you want to drop back on this? Now you want to come back? I'm gonna laugh in your face. I use rejection as fuel. I use rejection as energy. I love it.
And once again, you have to understand that these modern women really need to take a closer look at the company they keep. You might even, in some of these situations, have the woman and the man doing fantastic. They're doing great, vibing, everything is clicking like it's supposed to. But then she might put in the group chat, I'm so happy, he's taking me here, this, we're going there, he's paying for this. And then somebody in the group chat with their miserable behind is going to find a reason not to like him. And here you are, once again, back at square one, because these modern women, they love you as a friend, but they cannot be happy for you. I can't do it. It's against my code. It's against who I am. So I'm going to actively work to destroy your life. That's how modern women think.
When she gonna start making videos about men and what men ain't doing right? All her videos is to down talk women and to bash women. No. If you think for 1 second that my videos are to down talk and bash women, then that lets me know that you still got a ways to go. I have no desire to make videos talking about what a man isn't doing right. You know why? Because I don't care. We are not men. That is something that y'all got to get through your heads. Y'all want to keep trying to compare and contrast and put us up against men like, well, if he can do it, we can do it. No, we cannot. This is not our game to play. If a man is not doing right by you, why can't you just have enough strength and enough power to move on gracefully? Why do you feel like you got to use your body as a lick back? Why do you feel like, well, I'm going to his friend, I'm going to go his cousin, I'm going to make him feel how he made me feel? He don't care. Men do not look at the way women look at. Men look at as sports, something to do. They don't care. So you going to wear your body down trying to get all your lick backs. Wear your body down, trying to make yourself a product to be sold because you feel like you don't want to lose in the game, when all you got to do is just hold yourself tight and wait for that right man to come find you. All you got to do is just stand on your core values as a woman and your standards, and the right man will find you. But y'all out here playing a game with the and all it's doing is making y'all look like women. How you gonna find a man that's of value when you out here devaluing yourself to try to play get back with men that you claim ain't shit? Just let the men that ain't not. That should not make you a woman. There is nothing a man can do on this earth to make me be like, you know what, God, I'm about to go who I want, do what I want, sell my body, get this, get that, do this, do that. What? No. Y'all have to understand this is not our game to play. You can play like that if you want to, and when you finally decide to sit down and rest your thoughts as a mature, grown woman, you are going to be so disappointed at the way you played this game. The best way to play a game with these men is to simply move on gracefully. That's it. That's the only way to win. But
what's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. It's funny how modern women continue to go down a checklist of standards. He needs to be this. He needs to do that. I don't even freaking care. If you, well, I really don't like a man that's 6 foot. I really don't care for a man that's got 6 figures. Great. That's a starting point. You really, honestly and truly, we can put the visual preferences out of the way. A lot of these modern women need to work on their attitudes. You need to be looking for a man that's going to help you with your attitude. And you going to listen to his direction, and you going to listen to his guidance. I don't care if you get a man that's 6 foot. I don't care if you get a man that's 5 foot. Those men need to be helping you work on your mouth, work on the way, on accountability, responsibility, integrity. There's so many more things that modern women are completely and utterly terrible at, that they need a man's assistance.
Not only that, these dating events, I don't even know why ladies are so desperate that they continue to go to these dating events. Every single dating event has been dominated 90+% by women. That proves to you that there is only a loneliness epidemic on one side. One side. You do not see men making these videos. It's a one-sided epidemic.
What happened if, meaning, a man got a job, he call you, he plan, he pick you up, some chivalry, he open your door, he pay for the bill, he don't expect no in the end, and he's funny, and he's smart, and he can handle people, and he actually planned the date. What happened to that?
They don't want that no more.
They don't.
See, you going after the wrong one. See, you looking over Trina J and Adidas. See, you going over there to the IG models and the big booties and the Judys.
I think modern women feel like men are here for their sole enjoyment, for their sole discretion. A lot of times these modern women, they'll do things, they'll make their choices, whatever you call it. And, he'll make his, right? He'll do whatever he thinks is best for him, and she'll do whatever she thinks is best for her. Fine. Nobody has a problem with that. But you have to live with your actions, and you have to be accountable. That's the part that modern women don't like. I want to be able to do what I want, act how I want, be who I want to be, without any consequences, without having to be accountable. She's expecting the man at that point in time to come running back to her, or I come running back to you with open arms. You don't chastise me. You just look me in my eye and say, I understand. Here are all of your favorite snacks. I know you did me dirty, even after me saying stop, please, multiple times.
Men, if you're married to someone like me who sees no matter what they do, whether they stay married to you or get divorced from you, they're going to turn both of those things into a success, then go ahead and address the patterns within yourself that might lead to divorce, and go ahead and be her hero now, because I'll tell you what, women like me see a divorce is not a failure. It's not a failed marriage. It's a successful divorce. If you learn from it and you use it to catapult yourself forward in success, then it's a success. So if you're married to someone who is success-oriented, growth-minded, and a good woman, do the work within yourself to keep her and stay married to her. I promise you, it'll cost you a lot less money.
Men really get themselves in a pickle when they attempt to resolve their dissonance by believing that their women are different and that they would never do things that other women would do. Romance is one way guys rationalize their behavior relative to a specific woman, and knowledge of their woman's past jeopardizes that rationalization, which is what provokes jealousy. A woman is a woman, man, and expecting that your particular sweetheart or wife or fiance is going to be the exception is probably not grounded in reality. Your woman is not different. This may provoke some anger or resentment in some of you, but you can work through that and arrive at the point where you can see her as just another human being. No better, no worse. And only then can you really decide whether there is enough left to justify your commitment.
Insecure? Just because a man might want some boundaries and doesn't want you rubbing up against random men you don't know doesn't make him insecure. I feel like calling someone insecure has just become a lazy way to avoid accountability for your actions. There's a huge difference between like dancing normally or dancing with your person and doing whatever that would be called. And let's be real here, the majority of women, if their man was doing that, would be uncomfortable with that and wouldn't be okay with him doing that if he was in a relationship. And I mean, valid. So why can't men have the same exact preference? And if you want to act like that, okay, go ahead. Stay single though.
And a lot of these modern women, they try to gaslight men and basically tell men, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I would never do this. But really, men understand the game. I know that really all you wanted to meet up with me for was you got a little bit hungry, or I wasn't really hungry, but I was bored. Oh, I was bored, and then I saw this nice restaurant, but I didn't want to pay for it, so I just went with a man who was inviting me out, and I saw the perfect opportunity. Modern women have become the ultimate opportunist, to where she's now taking advantage of the man, and the man is saying, well, I don't want to be taken advantage of. Instead, how about we do something mutual? I'm not here for that. I'm here to take advantage of you. So men are saying, okay, well, I'm going to just go ahead and opt out. Hey, where are you going? How come you want to just stay in the game? Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe not. I don't care. Get out of my face.
For all my guys who want to get married, before you do, ask yourself this one question. Why? Like, why do you want to get married? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Personally, I'm likely not going to get married ever. But for the guys who are like really gung-ho on marriage, why? Is it because that's what you were taught? Is it because that's what society told you? Is that because your parents are married? Is it because it's actually something you want to do? And then alongside with that, do you actually understand the marriage in itself? Do you understand the risks that come with it? Do you understand what marriage really means? Do you understand the history of marriage? I would much rather be informed on all those points before making a very, very important decision like that.
I learned this from my husband because I brought him some questions from our Understanding Intimacy panel, and I picked out some ones, and one of them was, how do you like women to initiate sex? And he looked at the question. He said, I like all the ways you can initiate sex. I just wish you would do them when it's going to happen in the next 5 minutes. Yeah. And that's when I got it. It's like, oh my gosh, he wants me to initiate sex the way he initiates sex. And I want him to initiate sex the way I initiate sex. Honey, can we sex tonight? I'm asking that in the morning. Can we tonight? He goes, I don't know. So I realized that that's why he would just spring it on me, because he knew, right? I'm good to go. Let's do it. But if a woman, if you ask for like hours in advance, we consciously or unconsciously we shift the way that we do things, and we're unconsciously even building oxytocin, which rhythmic hand motions. I don't know if these count, but rhythmic hand motions, all the men learn like that. Oh no. But wiping down counters, folding clothes, vacuuming, dusting. I have to say our housekeepers have better than we do. Because all those rhythmic hand motions build oxytocin.
One thing that these modern women do is they try to skip the line. Is essentially what they're trying to do. They won't say that they're not equal to somebody else, but that's the way they feel. They feel like, if I go and get my degree, I'm better than everybody else. I'm the cream of the crop. I'm the prize. You might be the cream of the crop and the prize, academically speaking, because you might be pretty smart, academically speaking, but you're not, and you will never be the most talented person. You're not ever going to know everything. So it would behoove you, and it would pay to be humble. But most modern women aren't like that. They go and get the degree. They go and get the job. And then they say, since I have these things, my standards can be sky high. My standards can be through the roof. And there's going to be a man out there that better meet him, or else they're not going to have the pleasure of getting with me. Turns out, it seems like those men that you don't actually want the pleasure. They actually see it as pain.
Are you single? I am. Introduce yourself. My name is Natalie. I'm 26. Oh my God. I'm 27. I'm 27, originally from Saskatchewan, but I've lived in Vancouver for 5 years.
What kind of relationship dynamic are you currently looking for?
In my younger 20s, I've done like a lot of things that I've wanted to do on my own, traveling the world and getting my dream job, which has been so amazing, and I wouldn't have been able to do that with someone else. I'm like ready and more open to dating with more intention.
And what do you do for a living?
I work in sports marketing, so mostly focusing on like the run scene with like a little bit of tennis and training.
What are some of your hobbies?
Vancouver has so many like restaurants and bars popping up, so just like trying a bunch of different cuisines and experiences by myself. Could invite someone else if I needed to. I love running. I love going to the gym. I love going to like workout classes. I think just like having that in common of like active lifestyle is important.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And there's going to be a lot of modern women out there that talk about how men don't approach and how men don't go up and talk to women in the wild and start conversations, stuff like that. But a lot of times that's because, you might have a man that might look at you and smile or look at you and nod in a coffee shop or even at a gas station, right? I don't think there's any harm in that because that's just what people do. People just speak. Walking down the street today, I didn't know a brother, didn't know a couple of people that I've seen today. Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's up? Hey, how you doing? And keep on going. But modern women today, they don't even give you that courtesy. They sit up and say something stupid like, I'm not going to say hi to him. He better pay for my groceries before I say hi to him. And that's why you're not getting people that want to take you seriously. Because a man says hi to you, he might see you in a coffee shop. Hey, how's it going? The next thing he knows, he's a predator. He's somehow become the world's biggest creep. And he's all over TikTok. Who would want that?
Husbands, if you want your wife in that soft touch your husband headspace that I talk so much about, start here. When you walk in the door after work, go to her first. Hug her. Kiss her. Connection before anything else. Do not go straight to the couch or shower. Give her a couple of minutes of your undivided attention. Then ask her how her day was and actually listen. Not just what happened, but how she is. That right there will tell you the tone of the rest of the evening. My husband will say, how can I help you right now? Or what can I do to take something off of your plate? And I know most women are going to say, shouldn't he just know? But when you are married to someone that already has a plan or likes things done a certain way, asking isn't clueless. It's respectful. It shows we are operating as a team. Look around. Be aware. If toys are everywhere or bedtime is happening, jump in. If she is still in motion, it is not time for you to tap out. Preheat her heated blanket for her. Take over bedtime so she can shower. Suggest bringing home takeout, but make sure she hasn't started cooking dinner already. Wake up with the kids the next day so she can get a little more rest. Offer to take one of the grocery trip runs for the week. Turn on her show when she sits down. Plan a kids in bed at home date night. Women do not need perfect, we need presence. When she feels seen and supported, that woman is going to touch her husband happily and often.
And I venture to say that a lot more men would kind of move out of the realm of being afraid of rejection if there wasn't, as they perceive it, teeth behind the rejection. Be me. Man can walk up to you and say, "Oh man, I really like your energy. I really like your aura, man. You just something about you, man. You're just magnetic." What? I was just saying that, with the way that you act, seem like you're a fun time, seem like you're a good person to hang out with. Was trying to see if you would like to go out to dinner. Oh, and just say that. I was. That's what I was saying to you, stupid. Stop acting silly. Stop acting like a loser. Stop trying. And that's the point. A lot of these modern women are trying to be offended. They're trying to be. They're trying to find ways to. You said I was what? I just said you was pretty. That's all. That's literally all I said. I said you look good. I said I liked your shoes. That's it. Man, I really like that dress on you, man. That looks nice. Man, that blue is your color. Huh? You looking a little bit too hard. I mean, you're standing in front of me in the grocery line. So, yes, I see you. Are you okay? Stop talking.
You know which city is the best for single men to visit in the US? It's not Vegas or San Francisco, it's actually New York, and I'll tell you exactly why. For every one single man, there are 2 single women. In fact, if you look at dating apps, 65% of the profiles are that of women. In fact, the average age of women getting married in New York is 32, while for men it's 28. And it's all because of the kind of industries there are in the city. For example, a lot of men who are actually college graduates come here for roles in finance. Either they're getting their wives here or getting a girlfriend pretty quickly. But for the women, a lot of them come here for fashion, media, and publishing, which kind of adds to the disparity. Which is why one of the best businesses to start in New York is actually to cater to single women, selling them status so that it makes them desirable in front of men. A lot more in the description. Share it with someone who may need it.
I think modern women don't really understand that. They're so disrespectful in a lot of these situations. It's extremely disrespectful. Why would a man come up to me? Why would a man approach me? It's because there's a great chance that the man is going to get disrespected for whatever reason. Now, I think most men will say, if that's something that I did, that's on me. I got it. I understand it, right? Because that's something I did. I need to fix that. But if I'm coming up to you acting like I have some sense, if I'm approaching you with respect and dignity, why are you still trying to clown? Why are you still trying to act a fool? If I'm doing what you asked me to, well, approach me like this, say this, you just kind of, you don't have to change who you are, but, kind of understand the situation and read the room. I feel like it shouldn't take you reading the room for you to understand that people don't like to be disrespected and made fun of. But this is what modern women will do. A man will read the room, approach you how he's supposed to approach you, and then instead of saying and being graceful, which is, what you're supposed to be doing as a lady, instead of being graceful and gracious about the interaction, even if you really don't like him or take to him or fancy him, instead of being gracious to him, you're disrespectful and you're laughing in his face and you're posting him online. What type of loser does that?
If you're confused why people aren't finding that elevator video funny, that woman just went through what's most women's worst nightmare. Being trapped in a room with a bunch of men you don't know and no surveillance footage. She did the right thing. She did what I would have done, which is have your guard up, tell people to back away from you. Like, that is literally everything that you should do as a woman if you are scared in that situation. And if you're wondering, like, oh, it was funny, like, they were laughing at her, like, it was not that big of a deal, like, she was being too serious. She doesn't know any of those men, and frankly, their parents failed them. Their mothers failed them, because as a boy mom, you should be educating your sons on what most men would do in that situation and why you need to make a woman feel comfortable if they were in that situation. So
this woman makes the woman in the elevator seem like such a victim until you actually see the real video of what happened, which I'm about to show you guys. I dug it up.
Yes. It's not. Nobody's laughing. You guys are laughing over stuff in an elevator. So just shut up so I can fix this, okay? Like, I don't know any of you guys, and you guys are so mature. And you guys are fat because you can't walk down the stairs, obviously. Yeah. Right? So just shut up and let me fix this, okay? Like, laugh all you want, but we're stuck in an elevator. So
First of all, the most obvious thing is that those are not men. Those are boys. And for so many of them in the elevator, they are giving that girl the most space. They are like touching the walls of the elevator. They aren't moving. They are not crowding her. They're not approaching her. They're not being aggressive at all. They're literally just listening to her have a panic attack and they're giggling about it. Because again, they're boys. They're not men. So yeah, she's having a panic attack, but let's understand that somebody can have a panic attack and it's not anybody else's fault. So for the first woman that I showed you with the poofy hair saying that this is just another example of whatever point she was trying to make, sorry, this clearly did not fit your narrative.
And the one thing that modern women will continue to do is talk themselves out of help. They'll continue to talk themselves out of assistance. And they'll continue to let their pride and their ego get them in trouble. I don't need no man. I don't want you to take the lead. Get out of my way. I can do it. Or I don't need no man. I don't need you to provide. I can do this, and this. And when a man step back and say, oh, you got it, because that's a man's nature, is a step back. If you told me you got it, that's what I would do with my friends. I'm trying to help you out unless I see you falling over. then I'm not going to help. Okay, he said he got it. That's a boundary that men don't cross. Not a lot of times. If he say he got it, he got it. I don't think he does, but if he says he got it, he got it. Unless he don't, I can clearly see he don't got it. Modern women are the world's best at continuing to show face, to put on a front. And a man said, I wouldn't have it at this point in time. I think she needs help. But she told me not to help. She told me to leave her alone. I can't really tell if she needs help or not. And even when you can see that that woman clearly needs help, once again, there's been some weird stuff going on with these modern women to where you go and try to help them and they turn on you. So everything that I would have done naturally as a man, I'm second guessing myself because you twisted and turned everything with your bad behavior.
At some point, women are going to have to stop dating men. You know, it's a lot of stuff in life that people just stop doing. You want to know why they stop? Because they just want to. Can you imagine right now they don't want to stop because they're not doing it, but while they doing it, they make sure they sabotage everything while blaming men. They don't think they the reason. Your mentality is the problem, not men, not women either. I don't think a lot of women really dislike men. I think it's just a lot of immaturity or a lack of growth, shall I say. When they young, they do the same. When they like you, all this weird talking and kicking and that's what it is. It's the same thing. No maturity, no growth with it. So it's just like, oh, we hate men so much, but nobody got a man more than who say that. Like, really, center of y'all world. And the problem is, y'all don't need to decenter men. Y'all need to center men correctly. The only reason it's off is because you never centered the. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
I know I'm not alone in this. I think I'm just the one willing to say it. But as a 35-year-old woman, I'm like pretty much over my strong, independent, boss, bad bitch era. Like, I would love for someone to just sweep me off my feet and say, quit your job. Here's my credit card. Here's the keys to a brand new car. I'm just taking care of everything. Like, I need dependence on another human at this point in my life. Like, I'm really proud of myself. Like, pat on the back. You did it. You did it for a long time, girl. But like, I'm tired. I'm tired and I just want somebody else to take care of me. And if you judge me for this, like, move on. This is the internet. I can say whatever I want. I'm just saying what I have to think many other women are feeling. I'm just willing to say it because I have no shame at this point. So, yeah.
Some people might be mad when I say, but there is a big difference between the men up north and the men down south. Men down south, they're taught to open the doors, what they call Southern hospitality, to everyone. It don't matter if you're their sister, niece, auntie, they're just nice. Versus up north, if they're being nice, they mean, oh, they like, but that don't necessarily mean that down south.
As women, we get around a man that's real masculine. You can't help but just listen.
Yeah.
All right, tell me what to do.
Yes.
But you get a man and like he acting like the princess too. If you dealing with another princess, you gotta out princess him. Yeah. Now I gotta show you who the real princess. Right. But you gotta get a little with it. Yeah. You feel me? Right. So it just depends on what type of man you dealing with. That certain man gonna make that masculine go away.
Do you understand what the world is going to look like in 10 years? 50% of women between the ages of 25 and 45 are going to be single and childless. Like, I mean, think about it. If you're married, there's going to be so many women throwing themselves at your husband if he's a half good looking, decent earning guy. And over a certain age, women accept being a side chick. I mean, they won't publicly say
that's not true.
I think it's around like 35. They'll accept being a side chick because they would rather be with the top guy than be with the guy they don't like.
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone?
What's the number one thing that makes women feel unsafe from the man they're with?
I would say that showing a complete disregard for her emotional well-being. And that doesn't have to be sleeping. It doesn't have to go that far to sleeping with other women. It might be as simple as not replying to her messages or, you know, behaving online, like liking it. I know it sounds so bizarre, but you'll be so surprised at how unsafe a woman can feel simply by watching whose pictures he's liking and commenting and saving. It's such a simple thing from a man, but from a woman's perspective, it almost ignites her fight or flight response. Is that weird to a man?
The most toxic expectation
women have of men, expecting him to relate to feelings the way a woman does. Men have a completely different relationship to feelings than women. They don't trust feelings. They trust facts. It's not how men operate. For a man, it's more about what he values, what he stands for, what facts he trusts. So instead of asking a man how he feels about something, ask him what he thinks. You can learn a lot more about a man if you ask what he thinks rather than what he feels, because he can relate to that word, thinks.
Here is the hard truth. Most people say they want a good guy, but they don't know how to handle one when they actually get him. Why? Because a good guy doesn't play games and he doesn't join in on the drama. If you get mad and start yelling, he isn't going to yell back or beg for your attention. He's just going to stay calm. If you're used to toxic relationships, this is going to confuse you. You might call him cold or say he doesn't care, but he's not cold. He just has self-respect. He is protecting his peace. Yeah. When you are used to chaos, a peaceful relationship can actually feel boring. There is no crazy roller coaster of emotion. But here is the secret. Drama doesn't build a future. Stability does. A solid man isn't looking for a fight. He's looking for a teammate. He builds, he doesn't break. Yeah. And the right partner won't fight that peace. She will step up and build right beside him.
I'll never do my husband's laundry. Why? Because that's not my job. I'm not my husband's personal assistant. I'm his wife. Right. So why aren't you doing his laundry? Oh, it's not just his laundry. I don't cook dinner. I don't set up his doctor's appointments. And I'm not cleaning up his messes. He's a grown man, he can do it himself. Hang on, this doesn't sound like it has anything to do with your husband. It sounds like you just want to prove a point to people. What? The way you're saying this stuff, it's like you just take pride in not doing what most wives do. Yes, because I'm not going to be a part of this sick labor force. Again, do you hear yourself? This isn't about your husband and his capabilities. It's about you hanging on to your feminist image. Does your husband ever brag about the things he's not doing for you? Does he consider chivalry and serving you as a man to be labor? I mean, the reason you're so excited about not doing these traditional things is because you've been convinced by some feminist deity that it's your mission to reject them. If you loved your husband and wanted to serve him, you would. Instead, you consciously avoid serving him. That's not love. That's just worshiping ideology at someone's expense. Classic pick-me explanation. Classic feminist name calling.
There are more good single men out here than good single women. There, I've said it. Because a lot of good men are single for one reason. They get tired of giving loyalty to women addicted to confusion. Tired of bringing real love to women who only know how to respond to toxicity. Tired of being honest, solid, and intentional just to get played by someone who called peace boring. There are good men out here who will provide, protect, and stay loyal. But too many of them keep running into women who want the title of being good women without the attitude, discipline, or character that goes with it. The dating pool is not empty. It's a lot of good men here. They're just tired of swimming in garbage. Follow Claudia Funeral Truth for more truth people are afraid to say.
How do you approach a guy that you're interested in?
If I was to be completely 100%, I would not approach a guy I was interested in.
Why not?
Because I feel like they should approach me, because I feel like if they feel like they like me, they would come after me and I wouldn't come after them. Because I just feel like if they like me, they're going to come after me. I would not chase after them.
Do you give men choosing signals like eyes or anything?
Yes.
So let's say that...
You know the me eyes?
The me eyes?
Yes,
okay.
Everyone knows me eyes.
So let's say that the camera's the guy. Give the camera me eyes.
I can't give the camera me eyes. I gotta look at you in the eyes.
Okay, I'll go stand over here.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same. I can't do it right now. I can't.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
You can't? You really can't just give me the same eyes you'd give a guy that you want?
Yeah, but everyone should know what I'm talking about me eyes. It's what you give when you like someone. You're like looking at them and you're like, oh, like, but you don't say anything. You just give them that look and you're like, the me eye.
So what do you look for in a man?
You know, you got women out here saying, oh, I can open my own doors. Yeah, of course you can. Doesn't mean you should. Listen, as a gentleman, you pull out chairs, you open doors, and you carry things, not because women are unable, these frail little objects, but you do it simply to show that you respect her presence. You have admiration for her. You want to take care of her. But it's so crazy to me that we live in a world where even these simple things get twisted.
Actually so sad to me that so many women my age have bought into this lie that a man should never pay for your dinner, that a man should never open the door for you, that a man shouldn't care about what side of the sidewalk that he walks on. There is nothing more respectful and demonstrating of a man's admiration towards you than when he commits those little gestures towards you, because it shows that not only does he think that you're capable of doing those things, which you absolutely are, but that you are worthy of being served. True actual love is being willing to lay down your own life for someone else. And sometimes that doesn't look as literal as for somebody. Sometimes laying down your life for somebody else means going out of your way to make their life easier. How pathetic and sad that the feminist movement has convinced women that not only should we not expect that level of respect, but we should treat it as demeaning somehow.
Okay, I know some of you guys are gonna strongly disagree with me on this take. That's okay, we all have different opinions and I wanna hear yours. I am so anti when a guy opens the car door for you and closes it. There, I said it. Let me state my case. Number one, logistically, it does not make sense. To this side, all the way around this side, when I can open that door up, it's fine. It doesn't make any sense. Number two, it feels a little performative to me. Kind of the same as the sidewalk rule. Like if a car drives up on this sidewalk, we are both gonna be hit. We're both gonna have bilateral femur fractures, okay? Partially, this is because I'm not like totally into like the whole Southern gentleman, like, no, you always sit in the booth. No, I'm opening every door. I love that for people that are into that, and people are like, no, this is what we do. But my family's from up north. I wasn't necessarily raised like this is how it has to go every single time. I think there's other very sacrificial things that a man can do that make you feel special and make you feel like important, valued in a relationship. That's like giving her your jacket or paying for a meal or like supporting them in ways that are important to that person, not just being performative and doing this because we do it. I know it is a hot take, especially in the South. I've been on a lot of dates with very Southern men and most of them open the car door. Maybe it's a me issue that I get like stressed out by that, but I don't know. I want to hear your opinion.
Have you realized when we have most ladies who speak on marriage, it's normally based on their own experience, not ideally what marriage and the institution of marriage is about. So let's say we have a divorcee who is bitter and who starts saying bad things about marriage. They come to social media, they use their platforms and they start saying men are this, men are that. And what does it do to the average young lady who is still looking forward towards marriage? They become indoctrinated with these bad doctrine that come from these bitter old women, and they start treating men in a certain way. So already the lady is going into marriage protecting herself, selfish, thinking about herself, thinking about how can I best benefit from this marriage as a lady. You get? So already we have women who are going into marriage with the wrong mentality. Mm-hmm. So it is needed for another voice to be raised by God to come and correct the indoctrination that most women are under. It's delusion. It's delusion to think that as a lady, the only thing you are there to get from a man is a ring and provision, but you don't see your impact and the role that you need to play as a wife. Yeah.
What if I told you that not trying to make marriage an idol is what's actually keeping you single? Hear me out. There is a set of women who are like, hide me. Take the desire away, Lord, if this is not what you want from me. I don't want to see a man. I'm just going to be at your feet and it's just going to be me and you, Jesus. Then you're like, dang, I'm 40, 50 years old. I'm still not married. You're going back and forth. That double-mindedness, that don't work. Then there's women who, open to dating, picking wrong. Even men in the church falling into sin, right? And you're like, I can't do this. So guess what? I'm going to get another degree. I'm going to make this money, start another business. Okay. I'm going to take 2 to 3 more trips, 1 international, and I'm going to start 5 new positions at the church and live my life. And guess what? Time passes and you're still single. Let me tell you something. God gave you that desire for marriage. It is okay. You're not doing anything wrong. You just have to learn how to date appropriately. You need to learn how to attract the kingdom spouse. You have to learn how to partner with the Holy Spirit and let him align you. And hear me good. That does not mean you're making marriage an idol. There are more Christian single women that are supposed to be married. It does not take this long. I know from experience, and now I know from my research. There are women who allow God to align them to their spouse. It happens suddenly, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it.
I have a question.
If men are no longer coming up to women, if men are no longer reaching out from friends of a friend to find a wife, how are we supposed to be getting married?
Yeah, who's gonna tell her? What? Yeah, the entire dating environment changed, especially for Muslims in the West. Because this generation, it does not reward men for approaching. It punishes them. Huh? Yeah. One wrong move. He's weird. Okay? One wrong move. He's harassing. One wrong move. He's thirsty. Yeah. So ladies, come here. Let me hold your hand real quick. Okay, here's the uncomfortable truth. Okay? You want an old school behavior in a new school environment that doesn't support this. Dating apps or meeting online is the new approach. Okay? If you want men to approach, you're gonna have to change the environment that literally makes confident, good-looking men like me, not criminals. Appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you can let go now. Yeah, you can let go. Oh, okay, you can't do that. You can let go. Okay, you can let go now. Appreciate that. Okay. Chill like that. Chill like that.
I would say women more so feel like a doormat. That's the word I would use.
That's a good word.
We feel like if we put in effort, we're just going to be walked all over.
Exactly.
Or they're just going to take advantage of us.
Because you want it to be reciprocated, and I think you have that fear of it not being reciprocated.
Exactly.
And then now at that point, you feel like you're being taken advantage of.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why a lot of women don't put in effort in that. And also, I think a lot of women can have this like princess syndrome where they think that the men are just supposed to do all of the courting and effort, which, like, don't get me wrong, we love to be courted by men, but don't get it twisted, ladies, y'all gotta put in effort too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, we live in 2024. Everybody wants to talk about chivalry, right? They want to go back to the times where men courted women and stuff like that. I'm sorry, that's not the world we live in today.
No,
you know, and
although that would be great.
Yeah, I mean,
don't get me wrong, we still I still want, you know, the men to do stuff like the man things. Like, we still live our relationship very traditionally, but we live in a modern day world.
Mm-hmm. We live in a modern day world, right? So when women are sitting here telling me, I want to go back into the times where men court women, the thing I ask them, are you being a wife? Because those women that were courted back in the day, they wanted to be wives.
They were submitting to their man.
They were submitting to their man. They
respected living in their feminine energy.
They were living in their feminine energy. They respected their men.
Yeah.
So of course that man's going to court her.
Right.
But now we live in a world today where we have this whole notion of like, I don't need no man, like I need, yeah. You know, and it's sad. Because it's completely against the biblical perspective. It's completely against God's word. And that's not how God created husband and wife. That's not how God created man and women to coincide and be.
I feel the need to share this with someone, with one of you girlies for sure if you date men. Because if a man steps away, it's not always rejection. It may feel like that to you, but more times than not, you have been a mirror in their life for however long they got to know you for, and it reflected back where he's lacking. It's self-awareness on his part. And sometimes some men don't know how to communicate that. Some people realize that their life isn't aligned, that their emotions aren't regulated, or they're simply not ready to show up the way that they should and that you deserve. And so instead of pulling you into their mess, they create distance because they know they're not ready for a gem like you. And if as a woman, you're not aware of these things, you may think of it as rejection. You may feel like you're lacking, when in reality, it's not that you're lacking. You were simply a mirror to their life, a reflection that brought awareness to theirs. And honestly, the best thing a man can do when they're not ready for a woman like you is to step away. They're doing you a favor. When a man truly respects the woman that you are and they know they're not up to par, they're not going to drag you through it. And I know that sometimes that hurts because you're like, well, I really like you and I would really like this to work out, or we could really figure it out. But what you're not seeing and what you don't know could be the one thing that saves you. Now, that doesn't mean that you wait. It means that you listen, even if there's no closure, because the distance is closure on its own. Clarity always comes before alignment. Listen to it and move on.
You don't need
woman next to you to have a sense of purpose as a man. And the biggest reason why a lot of you guys struggle after a breakup or after a divorce is because you've conditioned yourself into believing that you need somebody physically next to you to be who you are. And I'm here to break right now. Subconsciously, men have been conditioned into thinking that we have to feel needed to be men. And typically that feeling of being needed comes from when you providing for a woman, you protecting a woman, you laying next to a woman, you comforting a woman, and all. So under the circumstances that a relationship unfortunately ends, a lot of you men don't know who you are because you've been conditioned to believe that you are a great man if you are doing all these immaculate shit for a woman. And I'm here to tell you that's not true, fellas. You need to develop a sense of purpose and identity outside of a wife, outside of a girlfriend, outside of casual relationships, outside of and figure out who you are as a man. Take that same sad, heartbroken fucking energy that you got and transmute that into yourself. Take that same energy that you was given to that woman to provide, to protect, and to pour into her. Take that same and pour into you, gentlemen, because if that relationship is over, it's late. It ain't no going back and trying to make it right and make it good again. Then also, if you in a relationship with a woman or you in that place currently with a lady, you're gonna be miserable as a if all you do is attach your purpose, attach yourself, and attach your identity to what you're doing for a woman. I'm here to say that. You don't need a woman next to you. You don't need a woman to be the best man you can be. And you don't need a woman for a thing, gentlemen, because you can produce for self. Understand that, and I promise you life will be a little bit more easier for you.
A lot of these modern women are going to have to understand that you're going to have to start taking some sort of accountability and facing some sort of consequence for your actions, right? A lot of these modern women get out here and they want to cut up, they want to act crazy, they want to do their thing, want to act silly. But then when the consequences come around, which by the way, whenever that happens, a man in a lot of these situations has to be accountable for the things that he's doing. But a woman, you hear from her, I'm just a girl. I didn't even know. I thought that, this would, I don't know what happened. But can you fix it as the man? No, I'm not going to continue to fix your problems. At some point in time, this is what men are looking for. At some point in time, I want you to see the error of your ways. Nobody is perfect. That much is true. But I want you to stop behaving in this pattern consistently, where you continue to put me in a bad spot. And I got to deal with your consequences because you were acting stupid. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but you went out there and ran your mouth. And now you want me to fight this guy. This guy's 6'3", 250. And you want me to go over there and get knocked out, get knocked over a bar, get knocked into an alcohol shelf or something like that. You want me to go out, man? Come on, dog.